guys. So originally there was a video clip filmed for this back in July. I still have the thumbnail for it, and yet the video file is nowhere to be found. Nowhere on my iPod, nowhere on my computer. I have no idea what happened to that video clip, but it's gone. So I guess I'm re-recording it and updating it a little bit, but this is for the Nighttime Essentials, one of that, like, beauty monthly challenge thing from Instagram that I was also making videos for. So I went and recollected up the stuff from the thumbnail picture and a couple things I've added, or I've swapped a thing out here or there, but it's more or less the same thing. So, one item that, within the confines of this, back when, I took that original thumbnail picture, this was a necessity, currently does me no good, but I'm going to include it anyway because as soon as my hair's grown out long enough to be able to use it again, it goes right back into rotation, but that is a scrunchie. This is my velour scrunchie. It's actually got a metal coil inside of it that helps strengthen it and helps retain its shape and everything, but obviously right now it doesn't do me much good because my hair is too damn short, but I mean, we're already at the point where it's sticking out in weird angles, so it's already growing back, but still, we're not at scrunchie level yet, but typically, when my hair is longer, this would definitely be a nighttime essential, because when I lay on my side or on my stomach, inevitably, my hair gets under me and gets yanked on, and it freaking hurts, so it's just easier to pull it back. So I do. Now, this I've swapped out for the full size of, because back when I took that picture I only had my little sample. Now I've got the full size of it, but it's my favorite cleanser. First step of my nighttime skincare routine every night. This is the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser with Fab Antioxidant Booster. I love this one. Super gentle, fragrance-free. Everything about it is wonderful. It does wonders for my skin. I cannot recommend this highly enough, but this is just the one I particularly use. I do have other cleansers I'll sometimes use just to get them used up that I've amassed from, like, Allure or from Ipsy or wherever, but when I'm spending my own money on one, this is generally my go-to. So, then, next step in my nighttime routine here is a toner. Now, I actually have two here, because sometimes I'll pick one, sometimes I'll pick the other, but 9 times out of 10, I go with my, yeah, we can see how low it is, my beloved e.l.f. Keep Your Balance Toner. This one has witch hazel in it, which is great for calming down inflammation in your skin, and for me, this just works wonderfully. That said, it's not alcohol-free, so I mean, those of you looking for alcohol-free toners, this may not be your best bet, but for me, I'm not opposed to that. I love this guy. This is like the 3rd or 4th bottle I've bought of it. I only just started using toner this year, so that tells you something about how much I freaking love this one. Now, occasionally, I will also bounce back and forth between that one and this one. This is the L'Oreal Paris Hydra Fresh Toner. This one is alcohol-free. It is scented, though, so if you're looking for fragrance-free, you might not like this one. For me, honestly, this is a comfort thing. I'm pretty sure my grandma used this because this is the exact scent that always was just around her vanity where, like, her skincare and makeup stuff lived in her bedroom. So I'm like 99% positive this is the stuff she used. I do vaguely recall always seeing a bottle of pink stuff on her vanity, so very well could be this. So for me, honestly, it's just a comfort thing more than anything. I mean, it does work, too, but I mean, it's more, I feel closer to her when I use it, because she's gone now, but I do like to use that one sometimes, too, but as you can see, not down nearly so far, and this is the same bottle I've had the whole time, so I don't use as much of this guy, but when I do really enjoy the experience. I just find for my skin, I find more benefits with this one, but the experience is better with this one, if that makes sense. So then, after that step, I like to use my quartz facial roller. I do also have a rose quartz one and a jade one. They live in my skincare fridge, but this is just my usual go-to, the basic one that I've had the longest. And I just massage my face with it when it's straight out of the fridge. It's nice and chilly cold, so it brings down any puffiness. I also do it in the morning during my skincare routine as well. I also use it with the following step. This is an addition, by the way. I've got one over here. This isn't the one I necessarily use every night. I kind of cycle between which ones I use at night, but I don't keep this one in the fridge. But this is my hyaluronic acid one. I also have vitamin C and retinol serums as well. But for nighttime, honestly, there's not much point using vitamin C when it's a brightening thing. It's like, you're asleep. Who's gonna see you? There's not much point using that one at night. So usually what I do, I'll use the hyaluronic acid one at night. Occasionally, I'll use the retinol one. I'm still not super brave with retinols yet, so I mean, although I've got a few kicking around to use up, that one has, like, hardly anything out of it because I'm still mildly scared of it. I've not had any terrible encounters with retinol other than, like, the little glam glow here when I used it on my eyelids. That was not a fun day. That was not a fun day. You guys haven't seen that video yet, but for those of you who can handle doing that, props to you. Apparently, I am not among you. I cannot do it on my eyelids. I can do it under the eyes. I cannot do it on the eyelids. It freaking kills me. So, there's that. But I don't put my serums on my eyelids. I more use them on my cheeks, my forehead. But especially on the laugh lines, especially with retinols, that's like the main spot I target is right here and crow's feet. So, but anyway. So yeah. Serums, and I'll sometimes go back over that with the jade roller to help absorb that in further. Although, sometimes there's another step before I get that far. Hold on, did I do something here? Hold on a moment. Just a moment. Okay, apparently when I tossed that in there, I don't know what it pressed on it, but it, like, totally lost my spot in that book I was reading on it. So anyway, so back to what I was saying before. Sometimes before I get to the point of moisturizer, or before the point of serum, I'll do, like, a sheet mask. Not necessarily this exact one, although I did have another one of this exact one from the thumbnail, so I was able to toss it back into this video. But, yeah, this one is just an essential calming mask, so it felt appropriate to have it in for this video because it is, like, one that I would pick to do at night. So generally how I would do it would be after I've cleansed my face and after I've used toner. That's the point where I'll do a sheet mask if I'm going to do a sheet mask on any given night. So for whatever length of time it's got to stay on for, I like to listen to music. A frequent one that often is in rotation for me at night just because it's very relaxing is Liza Minnelli's Confessions album. That one is a very frequent go-to for me. There's some others that I might play as well, but I often seem to come back to this one. It's a particular comfort album for me, so I go with it. It helps me relax, helps me unwind, and that's where this guy comes in. Sometimes I will also read a book on my Kindle. Really wish I hadn't lost the exact spot I was in that book, though, when I tossed it in there. It must have been pressing on the screen and just, like, or hit something at the top of it to make it, like, go forward 2 chapters. I was like, wait, that's definitely not where I left off. When I saw the screen was on in there, I was like, why is that on? Oops. But yeah, so that's just the screensaver for those unfamiliar with Kindles. But regardless, sometimes I'll read at the same time as listening to music, sometimes without music, but it helps pass the time while the sheet mask is on because I can just lay still, and it's easier for me to hold this than a book over my face so I can just lean back, whereas a book, there's about a 50-50 shot I will drop it on my damn face and lose the page. So, if I've got a sheet mask on, I do prefer to read off the Kindle than out of a book. But normally I still prefer just regular books, just in general, but for this particular purpose, Kindle's great. So anyways, actually I guess this also goes along with the same point. while I'm relaxed and everything and unwinding for the night, I'll drink some tea. This is one that I like to drink at night a lot. It's the Bigelow Orange and Spice Herbal Tea. It's obviously non-caffeinated. I actually only have a few bags left in this one. This one's always like a frequent comfort flavor for me because this was one of the first teas I ever drank as a small child, actually. This one and like the apple spice one from Bigelow, these were the two I used to drink with my Nana, like every time I went over there that I was there at night. This was like part of our little ritual. We would have tea together before she'd put me to bed. So for me, to this day, like, this flavor goes hand in hand with unwinding and getting ready for bed. So, and it just transports me back to like a safer time, mentally, emotionally, whatever. So that one's always something I've got on hand. Now, sometimes I'll put on this for aromatherapy while I've got a mask on, but usually I'll wait till after. But, it's like the aromatherapy from Bath & Body Works, the Sleep in Black Chamomile. It's not always necessarily this exact one. You guys know, I've got a shit ton of the aromatherapy lotions from Bath & Body Works, but this one I do like an awful lot for unwinding at nighttime. So, this one is one that gets heavier usage for that, but I do bounce between them, but I don't always use the ones that are labeled for sleep. It just, whatever feels comforting to me in that moment is the one that I'll use in that moment. So, okay, we reach the point where the sheet mask comes off. If it's a night that I've got the sheet mask on, it is then time to officially moisturize. And I'll usually use my CEO by Sunday Riley Vitamin C Rich Hydration Cream. But you guys know I've got a crap ton of moisturizers, even just in my little skincare fridge, but even more that don't live in it. So it's not always this exact one, but I felt bougie and wanted to include it in the video, so I did. But this one, I think currently is still my favorite one. As expensive as it is, I'm still not willing to shell out that much money for more of it. I saw it go on sale on Ipsy, though, for $25. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. But I've still got that much left in there, so I'm like, do I really need to? Do I really need to pull the trigger on something with vitamin C in it that may go rancid before I even get a chance to use up this one? I don't know. I'm still hemming and hawing over that one. But anyways, we're nearing the end of the list. So then it's time to put on eye cream. My favorite one currently is the Believe in Truth Peach Miracle Revital Eye Cream. Now, I only have an itty bitty little sample size of this, but this one I love so much. I honestly do see myself buying the full size of this in the future, and that speaks volumes because I don't think prior to this one there's ever been an eye cream I've tried where I've been like, oh yeah, I would totally buy that. Most of them, I mean, it's kind of fun just to play with them, but it doesn't feel like they do much. The Glam Glow I do see, like, some difference with, but hell, if it irritates my eyelids as bad as it does, I'm not throwing money at that. But this guy, I can use it on my eyelids, I can use it around my eyes, doesn't bother me, and I see instant results with this one whenever I use it. So this one is my favorite. It'll make me sad when the sample's gone, but at the same time, I do have a job. I will be able to buy the full size of it when I run out, but I still got a very good amount left in there currently, so I'm not too worried. So then, the final step of my nighttime routine is putting on a lip product. For the sake of this video, I just picked up, like, the one sleeping lip mask that I have by, this is by the brand Awake, and it's their lip therapy lip mask, but, it's not always a lip mask that I put on at night. Sometimes I put on lip oil, sometimes it'll just be normal-ass chapstick, sometimes it'll be, like, an organic lip balm. It's whatever the hell I feel like, but there's always some sort of, like, hydrating thing that's on them at night before I go to bed. And that about sums up my nighttime essentials. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and give this video a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye-bye.